going on, guys? This is the Wisdom Matrix, and in this video I'm going to be talking about, do psychics exist and how do you become a psychic? You know, but there's some things that I want to add that most people don't know. Because, whenever somebody says, they can see the future, they think it's like it's 100% accurate. But it's not 100% accurate. It's like 60, 80. Like, I don't want to give a number necessarily, but it's not 100% accurate. And number two, the second thing I want to say is that even if it is accurate, anything that you do changes that future. The future isn't like set in stone or anything. That's part of the mistake that people make too. That's why sometimes psychic predictions don't ever happen or come true, because you changed your behaviors and stuff like that. Something that maybe even psychics don't even realize. But so does it exist? The answer is yeah, it exists. Or is it real? It doesn't. Basically, does it actually work? Is it real? And yeah, it's real. It does work. In a way that you can test this out. As an experiment. Just try and look into your future based on your current behaviors and whatever else you're doing. Just know that if you change these behaviors, that future is going to change. Just okay. So how do you access this? Because this is something that most people don't know either, but everybody has the ability to become psychic or whatever you want to call it. And I might talk about some of the other powers too, like telepathy and stuff like that. Because everybody has these abilities. They're just dormant, or they call it intuition or something. That's why when you go into a room, people say you can cut the tension with a knife or whatever. It's because they're the energetic power of the emotional states in the room are so powerful that even people who normally don't notice this stuff has noticed it. So how do you become how do you strengthen it? And the best way to describe it is whenever you're let's say you try and predict a future. The best way to describe it is it's not a thought that comes up when you're doing this. It's more of like it's like a feeling. If you want to know more about that, you can watch my video, how insight isn't actually thought, or whatever I'm going to call it. But how insight isn't actually thought. And the reason why this is important is because, if you overanalyze this thing or whatever, it's going to go away. It's not going to really be that strong. That's part of the problem too. Is the filter is very weak. It's because you keep thinking about it too much. Just go with whatever feeling kind of happens. It's like a insight feeling almost. I might go into prophecies and stuff later, and like messenger type stuff, because that kind of relates to some extent. But yeah, just try not to overanalyze or think about this stuff. Just like, whenever you start, all you do is you sit down, preferably somewhere where you won't be disturbed for like a minute or two, and just focus on, the future. Think of the future as like something that's in front of you. And then you can just observe that future. You can go as far in the future as you want. I wouldn't recommend going too far though, because after a while it gets kind of like misty and hard to define or anything. But you just focus on that future with your observation, not with your thoughts. I mean, you can start that way, like, I want to go 3 days in the future or something like that, and then you just observe that period of time, 3 days in the future, at whatever time you want to pick. It doesn't really matter. The time doesn't really matter. And what you might find something, you might not. It all depends on, how strong your awareness is. That's why, because the more awarenesses you have, and the more you can listen to your intuition, the stronger it's going to be. I might do a video about how to listen to your intuition too, because it's kind of similar, and it all kind of relates together. But yeah, anyways, this is the Wisdom Matrix, and I'll see you on the next video. If you like this video, and if you got something from it, please like it, share it with others so they can get the same benefits as you did, and subscribe so that you can get you can see other videos I make in the future, so in the past too. Yep, the best way to really, become more aware, because this is kind of important to it, is to watch a lot of my watch the video how to tap into the infinite. A lot of the videos from the Practical Tips from Everyday Life helps, with that too. The playlist Practical Tips from Everyday Life, any type of meditation, anything like that, Anyways, this is the Wisdom Matrix, and I'll see you in the next video.